mind the gap between the train and the...
Whatever. Welcome to the Punkio podcast, the show that brings you unsigned punk music, regular interviews, news, reviews, and more. Thanks for tuning in and subscribing. Here are your hosts, Tim Marshall and Tom Hawkins.
Hi all, welcome to the Punkio podcast, episode 18. I'm Tim.
And I'm Tom.
There you go. And yeah, we thought we'd decide to do a episode for reviewing because we haven't done one for a while and needs to be done because we've got so many damn songs, haven't we, Tom?
This is true, and please do keep them coming because, quite frankly, I absolutely love having my day filled with like different music. As such, it's fantastic. I had one today from a band. I can't remember the name. But I really enjoyed it. Didn't expect to enjoy it, but really enjoyed it. And now I've saved it to my Spotify library. I think today we've got 6 songs to get through. 6, yes. 3 British and 2 from US and 1 from Germany. So, yeah, bit of a mix. I will be representing the UK.
You will. Yeah, that's you. Yes,
and
you
also,
today.
fun fact for those listening, 2 of these bands are from Wiltshire. Oi, oi! Yes! My neck of the woods!
None from Leicester this week, unfortunately.
None from Leicester.
No.
And that's a good thing because...
Well, I don't know. There are some
sorry.
goodish bands. It's fine.
I'm sure there are, but nothing can compete with the 2 bands. I'm joking. I'm sure there's Leicester bands as well that are equally as good. But I'm rooting for my home,
Yes.
my land, my glory.
Well, for our metalcore episode, which I'm not sure when we're airing that, but we will air it soon. We've got
At
one
some
band
point.
from Leicester, so
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. I haven't got any bands from Swindon. Like that.
need to find some.
So I think before we get into any of the music, I think we should create some chat, some conversation for those that listening.
Go on.
And
Then.
there was a great question that AJ from Makeout asked when I was on his Twitch, and he was interviewing Tia Break, and he asked the question. He was like, "Hey guys, so if you could come up with a festival, a concert, whatever it is, what would you design? How would you have it? And how would you have it catered? Who would be the people to cater for that concert?" And I was like, I like that question, but I feel it could be Punkio'd more. And by Punkio'd more, I mean just added to. So here's what I'm going for, Tim, for your
Come on then.
question,
What we got?
which I will then answer. So you are, congratulations, now running the brand new Glastonbury, Leeds, Bradford, Shrewsbury, Swindon Festival. Congratulations.
The Punkio Festival.
The Punkio Festival,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah, well, I mean, that was a lot simpler
Obviously.
than where I was going for.
Yeah.
And you are allowed to have 4 bands. Well, actually, we could say 4 bands plus a surprise 5th encore band if you want.
Okay.
3 supports, 1 headliner. Where are you having it? Who are you having on? And what food? I think what food is the other one. Because I'm sick and tired of bands and people and punk people being like pizza, even though our logo is pizza. I mean, come on, there's more stuff that we can have.
Okay. So starting with, I'll start with the food. Why not?
Yeah.
So
start
to
with the one.
cater, I would contact lots of local businesses that have the vans, I guess, catering vans. So there'll be a bit of Indian, there'll be a bit of veggie, there'll be a bit of pizza, there'll be a bit of Greek food, whatever. I'd have a mix to make sure everyone's catered for.
Oh, you're playing it very safe there, Tim. Playing it very safe.
I know. All right, if you wanted it, I'd probably have
Just go to
Indian
Aldi.
food. We'll go Indian food then throughout the whole thing because I love it.
Welcome to the Punkio Festival. If you line up over here, we have biryani, tikka masala, poppadoms.
That's it. It's very punk.
Please
Very punk.
line up with your naan bread. Wave it in the air. Wave it like you just don't care.
That's it.
We'll provide you with chutney at the entrance.
Here's your packet of chutney. Brilliant.
You go
That's
have
it.
a poppadom, have some chutney, go nuts. The mosh pit's over there. Next.
Just don't throw your chutney about in the mosh pit, please.
Please.
Okay.
Yeah. Was that an intentional near pun there? Like, don't throw your chutney around in the mush pit.
The mosh pit, brilliant. I like it. No, it wasn't a pun at all. Like, I was supposed to say mosh
Oh.
pit, but mosh pit.
Mosh
I can't say it now.
At the Punkio Festival, we don't just have any mosh pit. We have a chutney-filled mush pit.
That's it.
Not
Woo.
only are we cultured, it's very, very middle class.
Brilliant.
It's
I
not
love
just
it.
mango chutney. There's an apple chutney. We have a chili chutney as well. We like to add a lot of chutneys into our
do.
mush pit.
Anyway, moving on. So what was the other one apart from the bands? Was there something else?
Where are you having it?
Where am I having it? Good question. Where am I having it? I'd probably say Milton Keynes Bowl. because
Good shout.
flipping amazing venue. Yeah, went there to see Green Day, and yeah,
Actually,
loved the
no,
venue.
Don't have it there.
Why not?
I've got a bad story about there. I had tickets booked for My Chemical Romance.
Oh,
then
what, for
COVID
last year?
happened. And now I have to play Milton Keynes. I'm joking. Milton Keynes, I'm sure, would have been a lovely venue, but
Milton Keynes Bowl.
I've got minor COVID related PTSD from the fact that I haven't gone to see My Chemical Romance in Milton Keynes.
I know. I get it. Okay.
It's tough. It's a tough
then
thing.
I would say, for the headliner, I would say Bring Me Horizon.
Ooh.
Just because I love them at the moment. They're amazing.
So on that, what are we saying? Are we saying they're only performing their new EP? Are we going back to like That's the Spirit? Are we going back to, I can't even say the actual
Sempiternal. We're going back to Sempiternal.
Yeah. That's going to be a banging mix.
It is. I like Sempiternal. That's when I started to like him, really. So yeah, we'll say Bring Me Horizon. And I'm going to go a bit 2 Year Break.
Bit of 2 Year Break on there as well to support all the lads at 2 Year Breaking. I love this festival.
Definitely, yes.
Bring your microwave, lads.
Who else would I do? I'm going to do a few other small ones as well. My old buddy, Two Eyes Open, good old Dustin, flipping amazing guy. And yeah, I'll always hype him up on this podcast because such a great guy. One of the nicest guys I've ever met. And yeah, great music. So there's two. Who else shall I say? Let's do another big-ish one. I'm going to say kind of dual headliner would be...
Oh, dual headliner.
I'm going to Mest. Just because I showed them the other day, the one with the drawing board.
Did. Yeah. You did, yeah.
So they're kind of, I guess they are quite well known, but I think they're very underrated. So yeah, I'd say Mest as well. And then you said an extra one on the side.
Well, I mean, in fairness, you've got two headliners, but yeah, whack in that mystery encore.
Okay, let's mix this up totally and say Tom's going to love this one. MGK.
Yes, I'm going to this festival. No, I'm not going to this festival.
Oh dear.
He either takes centre stage or he doesn't at all.
Yeah, but yeah. So we'll do a festival in the future.
I like that.
Might not get Machine Gun Kelly in, but we'll see.
We'll get a lookalike on.
Machine Gun Karen.
You alright? Are you Machine Gun Karen?
Oh dear, brilliant. And here is my song. I can't remember the name of the
Here's song. This is Forget Me Too. I don't know why they're from Wiltshire. Machine Gun Karen.
Oh dear.
It would be more like Farmer Machine Karen.
Yeah. Oh dear.
So I like the idea. Though I will say there's a couple of things I'll definitely change. Number one, loving the fact that there is a good amount of Indian food. I'm a big fan from my heritage, from my culture of Indian food. But you're wrong. That's a bad festival choice.
Sorry.
A lot of people potentially going to be using the toilets.
This is true.
It's very true.
I did say a mix before. He wouldn't let me. So.
You're either going to get it right or it's going to go terribly shit.
Yeah, literally.
We need to have that balance. So what I'm thinking is, I'm thinking barbecue. I'm thinking barbecue foods, thinking your burgers, thinking your chickens, thinking your pulled pork, full on fucking hog roast.
Sounds good.
That's what I'm thinking. And vegan options. So maybe some tofu and other things.
Yeah.
That's catering sorted. They can go and do that over there on that side of the festival. Where would I have this festival? Well, because I'm lazy, I would have it in Wiltshire somewhere. And I would have it fairly close by in Wiltshire. So probably Lydiard, which is the local park. Have it in Lydiard. It's a suitable destination. Let me tell you, it's got a big enough park. It can host festivals. It hosted Radio 1's big weekend.
Okay.
So it's
big enough.
It's had its fair share of festivals, shall we say. Okay. So it can cater for the Punkio Festival, which will of course attract people from around the world.
You will.
Let me tell you. For Rax now, I may do the same as you. May have like a joint headliner, but actually thinking about it, I won't. So so once again, I'm gonna go with 2 Year Break because absolutely love the lads. I think that'll be an absolutely great act to kick off with. Going with 2 Year Break, we're gonna move up in punk pop vibes, and I want to get that energy going. So I am thinking, I'm just trying to think, Point North would be my next one. It's a very good, like, kind of, boom, step up. And then secretly coming in to then join Point North in their last song on Into the Dark. It's Kellen Quinn out of nowhere from Sleeping with Sirens, which then means Sleeping with Sirens in the next act. And man, that would be like, this crowd's going wild. They'd be like, man, Kellen Quinn is here. I would be going wild, and that's the main thing. Then out of nowhere, you see a pink guitar coming down from the ceiling, and it's Machine Gun Kelly. And you're like, man, this guy can do no wrong. And he's there and he performs all like the great tracks from Tickets to My Downfall. And then out of nowhere, a puff of smoke appears and it's Youngblood. And they start doing...
Oh, Youngblood. I forgot about Youngblood. How did I forget that Youngblood?
Youngblood appears as well, and he's there. He's a secret actor. He's like, oh my God, yeah. And they do all these cool songs, and they finish with Acting Like That. And out of nowhere, another puff of smoke, and it's Travis Barker on drums. You're like, what? This is mental.
Blimey.
And that's how the festival would be. And yeah, I can't see at any point that being an issue whatsoever with budgets or anything like that. I think everyone...
Not at all.
No. I think it's achievable in the next year and a half.
Definitely. Oh dear. Well, going back to Machine Gun Kelly for a minute. Someone put on I can't remember if it was on my wall or a pop punk group, but someone was saying that a young kid said to him, "Oh my God, that guy off Machine Gun Kelly, the drummer, looks like the guy from Blink-182." Oh my God. It is, mate.
I shouldn't laugh. I really shouldn't laugh. I really shouldn't laugh.
It's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, you don't realise how many bands he's been in. It's been in to Blink, Plus 44, Transplants,
yes.
Boxcar Racer.
Yeah.
With Machine Gun Kelly, he's a drummer there, and obviously he's done
cameos elsewhere. He's done hundreds of cameos elsewhere.
But, yeah.
I think him and Kellen Quinn, from what I'm aware of, and Mark Hoppus actually, are the three artists I keep seeing popping up as feature artists.
Yes, yeah. Well, Mark Hoppus is in Simple Creatures now, isn't he? Which is really good.
Yes, he is.
Really good.
But he's also done some stuff. Oh, bloody hell. He did a feature on December Again with Neck Deep.
Oh, yeah.
The new song. Absolutely fucking killed it, in my opinion. Fucking killed it. I love that song already, but having Mark Hoppus on it, absolutely killed it. And then I'm so much in love with Magnolia Park's vibe. Mm-hmm. And Love Me by Magnolia Park with Kellen Quinn is an amazing track. Definitely and it's such a step up for them as a band. But speaking of bands, I think we should jump into the first song.
Let's do it. Should we do one of mine or one of yours first? Do you want to do one of yours?
Tell you what, we're going to settle this like men. Rock, paper, scissors.
Come on then.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Oh.
That was shit. Okay. That was scissors and scissors. So rock, paper, scissors, release.
Oh, you win.
I have scissors. I win, and he had paper.
I have paper. Here we go. Right, go on then.
So, we are going to go for a band that I absolutely love right now. They only have one song out on Spotify, but my God, it's an amazing song. They are called For You, The Moon. They're a band based in Leeds, and just this song, Lost Without It, I believe it's called, is exceptional. It's on my repeats weekly list, and it's been there since it's come out. And it was from a targeted ad as well on Insta, and I just fell in love with it since then. So introduce it, Tim.
Okay, here's For You, The Moon, and Lost Without It. Enjoy.
In my house alone, scent of alcohol and stale smoke. Seem to lose a lot of dance to the evenings. Terrified coming down from this feat. 6 degrees go by as the night takes away to morning light. I never knew I needed somebody's skin to light. Spent so long without a soul coming close to mine. I'm just a little bit lost without it. I'm just a little bit lost without it. I've been going out far too much now. I've been running around trying to find a way out. I can't breathe and I'm just thinking all alone. I've been going out far too much and I've been trying to find a way out of my head. I can't breathe, I'm overthinking. I can't breathe, I'm overthinking. I never knew I needed somebody's skin to light. Spent so long without a soul coming close to mine. I'm just a little bit lost without it. I'm just a little bit lost without it. Lost without it. Lost without it.
Wow. And this is why I love it. It's such an easy listen to song, and yet it's so catchy.
It is.
And the chorus is so good. The backing vocals are incredible. And if you have one song to sell the world, and this is your song, fair play, I'm sold.
Yeah.
It's just so good for vocals. I love the way they use it's like the tone, the accent tone comes through really well in his vocals. And so it creates a very unique sound. Trying to compare it to bands, I had like Oh Weatherly for like the backing music, maybe a bit of the Kooks, maybe a bit of Arctic Monkeys. You know, the classic kind of like British bands where it's almost like a rustic vocal feel, but nothing's really coming close to that sound, and that's what I love. It's just uniquely
definitely
to them.
Definitely. Well, I mean, same throughout. I could not think who they sound like. Yes, okay, there are bands they do sound like, but I just can't picture it at all in my mind. But yeah, amazing band. I can't wait for new music from them. But yeah, wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
It's such a good track, and
It is.
I'm trying to find out any sort of data on how long I've listened to it for, or how long it's been since I added it. Can't seem to find it, so I can't add anything like that. But the point being, it's been a while. I think I was first introduced to them early this year, maybe even close to last year. So I've had it on there for a while. I've had it on there for about the same amount of time as In Our Own Words, because I got the two confused. Not because they sound similar, but just because four word band title. It was just like, which one are you? You this one or this one? Yeah. And actually, no, they do. Both are strong bands. I just really love the British feel to this, and
definitely
in a way, this isn't nostalgic, right? It's almost like it's a calling card to current music, to almost future looking music. It's really original, and that's what I love. So yeah, big shout out to the lads from Leeds. One day when this is all all blown over in the world of COVID, I will join you guys up in Leeds, and I'm sure it will be absolutely amazing to hear you guys live.
Yes.
So yeah,
definitely will. I'll join you as well. So that'd be awesome.
Yes, Tim. We will go together, and we will bring the Punkio on tour. Yes. You will bring the Chutney. I will bring Kellen Quinn.
Okay, deal. I'll bring the laptop and mic as well, just to make sure we can actually do stuff.
Like touring around. Has anyone got Wi-Fi? We need to upload this.
Oh dear.
Someone like the M25 was somehow near London at this point.
There you go. I just want to jump quickly on the fact that I'm wearing different headphones. So my other ones decided to break. However, they were Bose ones. Bose, whatever you want to call them. Bose. And yeah, I went to the website to buy some new ones. Told to put a serial number in. Did it. And apparently they're under warranty still. So just sent them back and got a new one. So 2 weeks' time, I'll have some new headphones again. So yeah, I can't
What
wait
is
for
it
that.
with our podcast and the number 2? Like 2 year break, 2's eyes open, 2 weeks time, fortnight. Just there's a lot of 2's appearing.
It's a bit of twos.
Is it a punk? Is it punk rock? A pop punk to be involved with the number 2? I wonder. I wonder. That is a question I do ponder to myself.
Look it up. Why not?
I don't think I need to, Tim. I think I know the answer.
Okay.
It's no.
Deal. There we go.
Right. Should we A, answer more random questions, or B, segue into another song?
Let's do one. Let's do another song,
Let's
and
do
then
another song.
Yeah. Okay. So what are mine? So I'm going to do a band called Heart Attacks.
Oh,
So
what
yeah,
a tune. What a
really
tune.
good track. So band called Heart Attacks from. I'm going to try and say this. So they're from Germany, and it's called Ingolstadt. I think. Ingolstadt. I think I've done that quite well actually. So Ingolstadt. Yeah, Ingolstadt. Sounds good.
Yeah,
Something like that. There you go.
There's no umlauts or anything like that on.
No, not as far. Well, it might be. I don't know. I've just wrote it down as those letters. But there you go.
We'll probably just edit somewhere up here. Maybe how it's actually supposed to be spelt in phonetics.
Maybe.
Who knows?
I don't know. There we go. Cool. So here we go. Heart Attacks, and the track is called Another Yesterday. Enjoy. Again, great song. Really like that one. Very catchy. Got me up straight away thinking, yeah, I like this one. But yeah, again, difficult one to say. I mean, you said mindless self-indulgence.
I mean,
And, yeah,
I said mindless
kind
self-indulgence.
of got it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, obviously mindless self-indulgence is very different.
I don't know why I said mindless self-indulgence. In
No,
fairness,
I don't know
even
either.
think-
But
I
now that
don't
you
know
said
why.
it,
They just came to mind. I'm like, maybe. I'm not as confident on that. But
No.
there is one band I am confident on, and that's Neon Trees. Animal by
Yes.
Neon Trees. Like, this reminds me of that song so much, and
Definitely.
I think that's such a good thing as well. There's not many bands that do the gradual start and then like that. I really like that as a kind of intro to music, and I wish more bands would do something similar to that, where it's like a gradual
definitely.
snare, or like something
Yeah.
like that, where it really like sets the tempo of the song, and I like that.
Definitely.
For me,
yeah.
this deserves nostalgic. Because
Yeah.
it was nostalgic. I had
It
to go
was,
back
it
to
was.
Neon Trees, for goodness sake.
Yes.
So like that
Yeah.
is
It's quite old.
nostalgia.
Yeah. But yeah, thumbs up from me.
No, definitely thumbs up for
But
me.
yeah, I think they've definitely got that kind of indie sound in their
Yes.
music. So another one similar to Neon Trees, a band called Shiny Toy Guns, who you may not have heard of, Tom, but
I haven't. No, I'm gonna be honest with
absolutely brilliant band. Honestly, I'll pop them over to you after the podcast. Really good. Used to listen to them a lot, but very similar kind of indie sound. But then you've got the pop punk sound as well. So
you. Exactly. I'm thinking if Two Door Cinema Club, again, another number 2, went more pop punk, I think this would be very close to how they would sound.
definitely. There
So
we go.
that would be close to it. I think. Just trying to think now. It's weird. We haven't done one of these episodes for a
I
while.
know.
So all of a sudden we're like,
What do
we're
we
all
do?
questioned out on each other. But no, Tim, I've got another question for you.
Come on,
What
then, what have
animal scares you most?
I would probably have to say a wasp or a hornet, and I think you're exactly the same because I think you
I am exactly the same. I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
And I a couple of years back, prior to the world of COVID, and prior to a world where we were able to get on a plane and not have to worry about many things, bar that plane just taking off and landing and flying normally, rather than getting on the plane and it circulating a random thing that we can't see. I went to a place in Asia called Taiwan, Taipei. It's a lovely place. I recommend people to go there. And we went to this waterfall. I can't remember the name of it. It was a very pretty waterfall it was. And out of nowhere, I remembered that I was in Asia because this motherfucking huge giant hornet thing was like, meow. And I was like, fucking hell, what the fuck is that? It's like a fucking bus with wings. It's fucking huge things these are.
That's it.
For reference, about credit card size, maybe a little bit bigger. And they are bloody terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I was little, you get bored and you watch like National Geographic. And then there's like the equivalent of the David Attenborough on National Geographic going,
Yeah.
this here is a Japanese giant hornet and they're indigenous in all these locations. Don't need to worry about them at all. But when they get pissed off, it's not only them you need to worry about. No, I lost the accent completely there. But
Yeah.
I'll read the back. It's not just them you need to worry about. No. It's them and the 50 motherfucking 100 of them back in the hive that were actually pissed off. And the little thing's pissed off. Or you stepped on it by accident. Fuck it, they're all coming to you to murder. I've lost the accent completely.
It's fine.
They're all coming to you to murder you. And I was like,
Literally.
damn. So as soon as I see one of them, I'm like, I am giving you 3 miles of notice.
Aye.
And the worst part is we had to get to the worst waterfall. We had to go from one side of a bridge to the other. The bridge wasn't necessarily the widest of bridges. It wasn't a narrow bridge. It wasn't like a narrow footbridge. It was a very biggish steel structure. But there was motherfucking load of them everywhere. And people were like, oh yeah, the locals were like, wah, bam, like hitting them. And I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
got balls of steel. And I'm out there going, if I run like this, hands above my head, they can't hit me. You just like hear a buzz and you're like, fuck, running like that.
Literally. Well, it sounds like a fucking bird when they go past.
They
I went to
do.
Thailand, and exactly the same. I'm not even kidding. It's probably that big. I mean, you probably can't see on the screen, but
No, you
compared
can't
to my
even see on the
microphone.
podcast if it's on Spotify, Amazon, or for reference.
Well, yeah, for reference.
For reference,
Yeah.
Tim is holding up something equivalent of if you put the left L and the right L together
That's
on
it.
your
Yeah.
hands,
There you go.
roughly
About that big.
much. About
Yeah,
that much, I would say.
literally. So I'm just looking at my Huawei Mate 20 Pro.
Oh,
Probably-
dropping for Huawei.
Yeah, Huawei, whatever, Huawei. It's probably about that size. It's flipping massive, and yeah, that's just the body. For God's sake, the fucking sting is just about the same length. Literally,
I remember being
petrifying.
in my girlfriend, my girlfriend at the time's house, and we were in a like kind of kitchen area. And all of a sudden, I just heard this on the window, and I was like, "That's an interesting thing." And it was a hornet. It was a freaking hornet. It wasn't as big, but it was still a hornet. And I was like, motherfucking hornet's there. And then I was like, oh man, that's kind of cool. It'll fly off. And then 2 joined. And I was like, motherfucker, there's a nest here, I bet.
Yeah.
And they were from Zimbabwe. And all I will remember about her dad was that he was 6'7" and he was the scariest guy I've ever met in my life. Because he was built like a motherfucking brick. All right. And I mean that because he was as tough as nails and he didn't care that there was hornets that were like flying around by him. He's like, man, I've had worse than some. And he's out there in his conservatory area having a smoke while these hornets are flying around. And I'm like, fuck, I can't even do that. And every morning you'd wake up and you'd find by the porch that these hornets had stung each other to death. And I was like, fuck, that's fucking mental.
I'm scared of British wasps, not like fucking hornets.
Yeah, and then, effectively what he then did, he got so pissed off because they kept coming close and like bothering him. He got an aerosol can and he got a lighter one day, found the tree where they were coming from the CCTV that they had in the house, literally went over like that, torched it, and then filled it with filler. And I was like, this man has got... It's just a badass. Like,
balls of titanium. Yeah.
He's got balls of titanium. And then you hear like some of the stories about when they're in Zimbabwe about like black mambas and all this stuff. And I'm like, oh, fair enough. It's like walking apart for you guys.
Yeah.
Like, some fucking British wasp. And it's like, I say to you, good day. They're just like flying off and like, you know, probably having his kids in Zimbabwe. It's like black mamba's like, yeah, man, you know, you come even a foot near me, I'm going to take your fucking head out and bite. And these British wasps, on the other hand, and hornets are like, yes, good day to you. I'm just going to go and have some tea.
Yeah. Yeah, but they're still scary. I'm like,
oh,
I don't know,
mate. Scary. Like British wasps.
Yeah.
Piss take. Absolute piss take.
Literally, tiny little fuckers, but there you
The
go.
one thing I hate to say it, but being so cooped up, I do miss being outside, having a pint, and then having a motherfucking wasp being like, and I'm like, fuck off, I'm trying to drink the dark fruit. Sorry, for those that are listening, I'm a very, very like masculine bloke and I love drinking masculine ciders and definitely not Strongbow darts fruits because it's the cheapest on the tap and it's a very tasty, it's like Ribena.
Well, I'm not manly at all. I like wine and, well, actually, I'll tell you what, I like Jack Daniels and whiskey. I'm sorry, but that's the most manly drink you can drink.
Jack Daniels and whiskey is definitely the manliest cocktail I've ever heard. I'd like
Jack Daniels and other whiskey. Other whiskey, I meant. But I did get one from Amazon the other day, and I wasn't impressed at all. It was horrible.
Why are you buying your whiskey from Amazon?
I don't know.
I buy my rum from the World of Malt. I only just discovered it recently because I needed to buy some rum that wasn't widely available, and it was rum that was infused with cherry and vanilla. And let me tell you, it is gorgeous. How do I know? Because I'm drinking it right now in my Punkio mug.
Yeah, well, I've finished mine. I'm gonna have to get some more because I've.
Yeah, definitely. But I've also had to add cherry
whistle.
coke because the cherry in the rum is good, but it's very subtle. So you add cherry coke to liven up the cherry and liven up the flavors. Unbelievable! It's a beautiful drink. In fact, is it pop punk to be drinking alcohol out of a branded mug?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Very pop punk.
Yes, it is.
Very pop punk.
Yes, it is.
There we go. Right, another song. Go,
Another
Tom.
song,
it's
mate.
yours.
So I'm thinking, it's Dip Sky Blue. Who's it not? Let's go with Drag Me Down. I think Drag Me Down deserves this slot. They're a Swindon band. Great things come to those from Swindon. I should know. I'm from Swindon. Nothing ever bad's happened to me yet. This is when all my mates hear the podcast and they're like, ha ha ha, yet. Cracks knuckles and just like... And actually, I really love their sound. So, Drag Me Down, please. Cue it up, Mr. Spotify man, Tim.
Spotify man, I like it. Okay, so here is here is Drag Me Down, and the song is called Disappointed, which I'm sure we won't be. So here we go. Let's enjoy.
I was all alone with nothing
No effects. I'm sorry,
FX.
but it is.
No, it's
100%.
100%. Yeah, 100% hearing where you're coming from there.
I mean, obviously, no effects. This is a lot more British, obviously. So I'm just checking this if it looks like it's playing. But it's not.
I thought Busted.
Yeah, you said the kind of melody, didn't you?
Yeah, they were playing some really like old school like pop punk tricks in my opinion. The staggered melody with vocals, I that reminds me immediately of like the year 3000 by Busted. And I thought da 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 da. Even though that's not in the song, but that's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of the staggered vocals and the staggered melody.
Definitely.
So yeah. Really,
Drag
really
Me Down.
strong.
There's nothing wrong with Busted. So if you think there is, there isn't. They're a flipping awesome band,
they're amazing,
and
awesome.
I think they were a gateway into pop punk for so many people.
Oh, completely agree.
I mean, for me, I found Green Day probably before I found Busted. Together, I think Busted kind of glued me onto it a bit more. If you see what I mean, I was like, I loved them, and I always took the mickey out of at school because I loved Busted, but I don't care. I just think they're amazing band.
I really like Busted. I still remember their Present for Everyone album. I played that loads of times. Some of my favourite songs from there, actually. You know, I love That Thing You Do. It was an amazing song by them.
Definitely.
I'm just trying to think of like Who's David was another great song from them.
Yes.
I'm very surprised how well I can recall this album, considering I haven't heard it for a while. Air Hostess was on there. You had Crash the Wedding. You had a few ballads in there. I was like, yeah, you know what? It's great. It's
Amazing.
great album. So I think we should segue into the next song, and I think it's over to you, Mr.
It's over
Tim.
to me, is it? Okay. So we have two more from me. So we've either got one from San Diego or one from New York. What do you want?
Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna guess which one's which because I'm sorry to both bands, but I forget which one's from where. I'm gonna say San Diego.
San Diego.
Oh, whatever, San Diego. San Diego then.
Okay.
Santiago?
Santiago. I'm not from Santiago. No.
Santiago, I'm thinking of Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
It's definitely not that. So, this is a band called Fear the Lions.
We fight, we die, we're buried alive. We fight, we die, we're buried alive. We fight, we die, we're buried alive. We fight, we die. Can you see all the casualties of the vision of hope for the sake of envy? The world's dying from compassion. Let's take a moment to breathe and see your family. We're falling faster than our hope can withstand. Take a second to reach out and grab my hand. Was it worth all you had and you lost? So many times in the year you never counted the cost. I won't be okay with this. I'm not okay. I'm not okay with this one. Then where you go? Where do you go? When you're all by yourself and you have no one else, where do you go? Then where you go? Where do you go? When you're calling my name 'cause I'm feeling the same, where do you go? How many times am I hung out to dry when you won't say my name? No, you can't say my name. When will it be something more than a joke when you keep playing games? Yeah, you keep playing games. You only care when you got all you can know, 'cause they're for another, or for each other. Was it worth all you had and you lost? So many times in the year you never counted the cost. I won't be okay with this. I'm not okay. I'm not okay with this. Whoa. Then where you go? Where do you go? When you're all by yourself and you have no one else, where do you go? Then where you go? Where do you go? When you're calling my name 'cause I'm feeling the same, where do you go? Then where you go? Where do you go? When you're all by yourself and you have no one else, where do you go? Then where you go? Where do you go? When you're calling my name 'cause I'm feeling the same, where do you go?
Offsprings.
Offspring. There's not two of them.
Offspring. I don't know why I said Offspring. Can't even say where they're from, but Offspring.
Offspring, yes. No, definitely agree with that. Yeah, I mean, I mentioned Anti-Flag, so the very kind of punk-influenced track there. But yeah, I really like that. I'm going to listen to more of their tracks now. I haven't yet because they didn't send it to me long ago. So yeah, it's quite a new track for me. So,
and as you know, Tim, we're busy people. We do very busy things.
We do indeed. Yeah, we both work full time, so it's
Exactly. Yeah. And I'm just,
but then again, I do listen to music pretty much all day. So.
Oh, same here. Yeah, it's just just listening to you. I need to come up with stuff to talk about on the podcast, right?
I know.
So
yeah.
I've been listening to Mod's son, Karma, which is another one of those artists that was rap and now trying to do pop punk. Did a song with Avril Lavigne, I think.
Yes,
he did.
not bad at all.
Not bad song at all. But Karma is a very, very classic, nostalgic pop punk song.
Yeah.
It is very get up, shout, very long chorus, very good to sing along with. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah. I wonder when we'll see Eminem do that.
Oh god, that would no,
don't.
No. Let's not insult
definitely
Eminem.
Not. No, definitely
Equally,
not.
As much as I do love him, I never want to see him do that.
No, I don't.
Like,
I don't. He's a
rap
rap god.
He's the king of the genre.
Yes.
He's in. Doesn't need to come into pop punk.
Doesn't.
I don't want him to. I just don't want to see that.
No.
So I think one of the other things I was going to mention was because we were both guilty there in the break between whilst we were listening to that. What is your air instrument of choice when it comes to a banger like that?
I have. It depends entirely on the melody. So if it's an amazing melody, it's the guitar. But if it's more kind of a drum track, it's the drums. I don't usually do the. Well, I don't hold the mic, can't I? I don't usually hold the mic and do that. That's not me. It's either the drums or guitar. Mainly drums, actually. I think, to be honest, is mine.
I think drums is so easy to do, even though I can't nail drums at all.
No, me neither.
I was trying to do Forget Me Too whilst working as like air drums, and I was like, fuck. And I'm just imagining like a drum kit in front of me and then hearing Travis Barker on the drums, and I'm like, oh, fuck this. Fucked it already. Air guitar has always been a classic, I have to admit. You've got to do stuff for like the fire and through the fire and the flames, right?
Yes.
Wolf Mother, Joker and the Thief has got such a strong.
Wow.
Such a strong.
Oh my god, what a song. What's
Mate,
the other one? There's another track by them. Can't think what it is now.
Oh, I can't think of it
So
either,
good,
but I only
but yeah.
know Joker and the Thief.
Oh no, I've got so many, dude. You need to listen to the album.
I will do. I will give it a
God.
listen, but that was one track where it's got such a strong guitar solo. And also the
Definitely.
air drums in that as well. The
So good.
it's
Amazing.
I haven't heard that song for like 8 years, by
No.
the way. And yet I'm like,
I listen to that constantly. I love that track.
Such
I love
a
that
great
band.
sound.
So amazing.
this is something else I've discovered recently. I've got a very good memory of song lyrics. I don't remember much, but I can remember song lyrics really well. We were having a get together. I say get together. It's the house, right? So it's just everyone in the house got together, having some food together, and we whacked on some music. We whacked on an old school pop playlist, so it wasn't even punk. We had stuff like Charlotte Church on there, Enrique Iglesias.
Wow.
And there's me blaring out Crazy Chick by Charlotte Church. Like, I fucking know this shit. And my flatmates are like, wait, what? And I'm like,
How did you know this?
yeah, how the fuck do you know this? And I'm like, I haven't heard this in years. Haven't heard it since it's come out, but I know this shit. And I'm down with it. And they're like, oh, fucking hell. And I used to have this game I used to play with my mates where I'm like, go from my Spotify, pick any song, and I'm able to guess what song it is roughly from what's playing. It was mental. I wish I could do that right now, but it would be a very weird thing, and I'd have to give you access to my Spotify, and I don't want to give you access to my Kylie Minogue playlist. So I've got it the way I like it.
Oh dear, you say that, but her last album was actually quite good.
I haven't actually listened to any Kylie Minogue for a long time. It's just a name that appeared in my head.
Yeah,
Don't get me wrong, my
that's
mum
quite good.
absolutely loves her, along with Michael Bublé. But
There we go. Anyway, let's move on from that.
let's move on.
Yeah, there we go. Anyway,
Oh,
I'll tell you what. Go on, it's your go. So your track
my track. So it's the last track, isn't it? For
for you.
for,
Yeah,
for me.
I've still got one.
And you know what? I think end on a high for tracks from the UK and end from one that I know is a Wiltshire-based band / Wyndham. It's a band called All It Is About, and if you typed in their name on Spotify, it only come up with about 300 listens. But if you go through their bio and understand how good these guys are, you would realize that they don't deserve just 3 figures monthly listeners. They are an incredible band with an incredible sound, and I don't say that often.
Yeah.
And
Well,
my friend
yeah.
Dan introduced me to them. He was like, "You've got to be checking out these guys." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Who are these guys?" And he was
Well,
like,
I've only listened to the first 30 seconds of this song, and I'm hooked already. I didn't want to listen to any more because I wanted to kind of listen to it on the podcast and be wowed by it. So whenever it came on, I'm like, I'll listen to 30 seconds of it and no more. So here we go.
So they've got some banging tracks, Pressure, Skin and Bones. But for me, this is one of my favourites. This is Tripwire, I believe, or Tripwire.
It is indeed. Yes,
Tripwire.
let's check. Tripwire, yes. So All Is a Vow and Tripwire. Enjoy.
I just don't wanna have to fall into the wayside. I try to stand up straight and keep my feet. It's all in my mind, but I'm nothing without that sign. Am I just caught in a landslide? I think my nerve will watch my back so I can breathe in. You just don't know it when it's something always out of your hands. But I'm nothing without that time. Will I ever make it to the other side? So what is it like? Is it drowning in the ocean? And how do I find? Is it always for what you need? And when do you go? Do you follow with the motion? And how do you know? And if my body's gonna make it past the I just don't know if I can make it wanna fall in my head. But I'm nothing I need to hide. So I'm just caught in this landslide. So what is it like? Is it drowning in the ocean? And how do I find? Is it always for what you need? When do you go? Do you follow with the motion? I don't wanna make it right. 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 Got love, got love. Got love, got love.
What a song!
That is good.
It's just indie, borderline pop punk.
Definitely.
So I said this, I say this, and I think it's a big compliment to them. This song would perfectly fit into the 2017 Paramore album, After Laughter.
Yeah.
I think
definitely.
It perfectly fits with that groove. That's where it fits. It's just bang on there, and I think they've created a winner. And I was looking at whilst listening to this, and they've got 350 monthly Spotify listeners. But this song was released in 2020. Got 86,000 hits currently on Spotify.
Incredible.
That's huge. That's an absolute huge testament to how good these guys are.
Yes, and we will be getting on the podcast. As Tom said during the break, we will be getting them on the podcast.
Oh, definitely.
So Eel is about
them.
Yes. Well, you're coming on, mates. Come on.
They're coming on now.
Yes, there you go. But yeah, so for me, so you didn't interview this band, but a band called Autumn Fires we had on. So very similar vocals by Charlotte from Autumn Fires there. So yeah, honestly, Charlotte's one of my favourite female vocalists I've heard for a long, long time. And yeah, this is very similar. So
yeah, they've got some fantastic vocals. I mean, Charlotte's vocals are incredible.
Yeah.
I would also say Glimmers, like equally like to Glimmers as well in terms of the sound that's produced. Maybe slightly different, but I don't know. It's I still feel the best way to describe this song to anyone. If I had to go, I was like, have you listened to After Laughter, the album by Paramore?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes. This.
Yeah.
That's it. I can't say that's a huge. I can't say more than it is. It's a huge compliment to them. She's definitely a fantastic singer.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. Really, really good song. So yeah, I'm glad I didn't listen to that the whole way through because
I'm glad you didn't either.
Really, really liked that. That was really good. So I'm definitely going to be listening to a few more of their tracks. Not tonight though, because I can't because my phone's broken, and I'll be editing the podcast anyway. So
Jesus, man.
So I will be listening to this song a few times.
I think you should. I think you know what. Keeping on the high, can we listen to the final song?
Cool. And then we'll end with a few questions then, shall we?
Yeah, okay. Why not? We'll ask some questions from the fans.
Okay. Yes. Have we? Okay. Cool. So here we go. So here is What Makes Sense, and the song is called Groundhog Day.
Now, before we jump into this, I need to warn people that this song, if you're not turning it up to maximum volume, do you even pop punk? Do you even?
Do you pop punk?
Do you pop punk? Do you even pop punk? Do you even air guitar, air drums, air vocals? This song is nostalgia amplified, not personified, amplified. It's a banger.
It is a banger.
That's my intro to the song.
So, What Makes Sense and Groundhog Day. Enjoy.
For what it's worth, I don't carry me on. I let go, moved on, found better days. I'm not mad, I'm not sad, I'm not glad. I'm just on to a new day, and it's looking so much better these days. There's always something on my mind, but I never know how to say it when it's killing me to think about.
The sun go down on you. Sorry, I'm still
Fucking
jamming
hell,
to
they
it.
are ridiculously underrated. Ridiculously underrated.
Mate, I fucking love that song so much.
Wow.
Honestly, it's one of those where I've had this turned up to max and I've just jammed out to it. They sound so much more established than they are.
Definitely.
Right? And
yeah.
the guitar solo is so well done. The production is so good. I think they filmed this in like a refrigerating warehouse or something like that.
Something like that,
Which
yeah,
I was
some
like-
warehouse.
I remember tagging you in the video for this and being like, this song fucking slaps.
Yeah, defo.
It's so
Definitely.
good. And his
damn good.
vocals, I can't pinpoint where his vocals are.
No.
Maybe Simple Plan?
Yeah,
Maybe-
potentially still plan. I mean, I kind of said his vocals are at that range of Jeremy. I can't even say his name. It's so hard to say. Jeremy McKinnon from A Day to Remember.
Good shout.
I mean, not the sound at all, but
But the range.
his vocal range is up there with that guy, and that is a range and a half to have.
It is, no. It seems like he sings really high up in his vocal range as well. And I think
Definitely.
it's really impressive how he goes from really, really quick tempo to slow it right down.
Yeah,
Hit with,
definitely.
like, the slammed vocals.
Definitely.
I can't get over how good this sounds.
I know. And then you picked up
it's-
on the guitar solo as well. That is insane.
I know. Well, I think, you know what? I've said it once and I'll say it again. It's such a great song. And as
Yeah.
I've mentioned, if you didn't have it turned up to 11, do you even pop punk? Do you
you
pop punk?
There you go.
This is pop punk.
Yeah, definitely.
If you want to hate on Machine Gun Kelly, that's fine. But then back it up with like going these guys or something else. Don't get me wrong, I love Machine Gun Kelly. I'm not saying you should hate on him, by the way, because anyone that hates on it is hating on me. But if you're gonna say like, oh, these bands are coming in, or these artists are coming in, and like, you know, taking away from the genre, then go and support bands like these because they're fucking incredible, and they've only
Definitely.
got what 1,000 monthly listeners
Yeah.
on Spotify or something like that. Bloody hell, they should be double, triple, quadruple that. They should be up there with bigger bands, in
They
my
should.
personal opinion. I
They
think
should.
all of the ones we featured on here should be, but these guys, just for how much this song is stuck in my head so much as I need to play some air guitar.
Definitely. 100% a future one for the podcast as well.
For sure.
Tom,
You know
do
what?
your fanboy moments and get them on.
Exactly, yeah. We'll get them on. Don't worry, we'll get them on. I'm sure. So I was thinking, you know what? Because we've had so many people from USA now and from Germany and all over the globe, where if we got invited, like all these bands that we've had on or future bands have invited, where would you choose to go first post lockdown? Where would you go?
What, with all these bands that we've...
I mean, right, if all the bands were like, hey, Tom, you know, come join us in X location, where would you go first?
Okay.
I know my answer. It's very easy.
I'd probably say Texas, just because I really want to go to Texas. I've always wanted to go, and yeah, we've had quite a few bands from there. So yeah,
Good shout.
Texas for me.
I would agree. I was going to go broader and just say North America. Just end up in North America and be like, guys, I'm in North America. Whereabouts? Don't know. Come pick me up.
Just all of us, all of you, come.
Yeah, just talk about right outside the airport. We don't even know what airport we're at. Chicago? I don't know.
Don't know.
We're
It's
here.
a big airport, Chicago. It's I went when I went to America. I got lost in Chicago O'Hare Airport. It's
fuck, really?
it's I think it's the busiest airport in the world. But
Wouldn't be
my flight got changed 3 times within an hour, like the gates. So first of all, it was a gate number, let's say 10, for example. The next gate was number 92 or something. I was like,
Holy fuck.
what? And then the next one was 50 something. I was like, I just give up.
Yeah,
There was
I
another
think
one running, me and one other person running about going, are you on the same flight as me? We're like, yeah, I think so. It's like,
Fucking hell, they're doing laps here.
yeah, it's crazy.
Still the
but-
Aer Lingus going back to Dublin. They're still doing laps of that one. He's just driving around the airport, trying to find
Yeah.
a parking space like he's in a shopping park.
But I got home eventually, so it was all right.
I mean, you're here now. You're in
Exactly, yeah. still in Chicago.
Leicester. You're not in Chicago anymore, unless you're secretly doing this from the bathroom.
Yes.
If that
Yeah, I've
wall
set it up
there
a bit.
starts like, you know, someone going, can you keep it down in there? Trying to have a shit. All right. No, I know you're lying. You're not in Leicester anymore.
That's it, yeah.
Other than that, you're in a weird toilet in Leicester, and there's an American guy next to you asking you to keep it down. Which
There
case,
you
in
go.
that case, keep it down, Tim. Keep
That's
it
it.
down.
Okay, so the last question, Tom. I'm going to ask I can't speak now.
Holiday-
Holiday destination after lockdown. Go.
Bugger. You know what? I'm going to say it. Jersey. I went there recently for doing some work. Fell in love with the Channel Islands. Absolutely love it.
Never been.
Also, the other half is out there. Shout out to Jemima, is my other half. Love her to bits, as such. She's probably going to get embarrassed and ask me to cut that out, but I don't care. Whatever. It's happened now.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I'd love to go back out there. I think it's such an underrated place, the Channel Islands.
Yeah.
It's
I'd love to go.
It's so beautiful. The only issue I have, there is one issue, and I understand why. Speed limits. Guess what the maximum speed limit out there is?
I don't know, like
40 miles an hour. 40. Do you know how many supercars there are out there? Too many. Too many to be going at 40 miles an hour. In fairness,
dear.
the island's like, I don't know, 7 miles by 9 miles. I don't think it's that particularly big. I've probably added some miles on here there.
Which one's the racing island? That's Isle of Man, isn't it?
Isle of Man, yeah.
Yeah.
That
Completely
I don't
different
think has a
place,
speed
but
limit.
I don't think it does.
Partly because there's like people like, I don't know, is it Gus Mountain, Guy Mountain or something? Martin? Just
Yeah,
going
something
around
like
on a
that.
bike.
Yeah.
Yeah, just going around on bikes.
Yeah, there we
What
go.
about you, Tim? Where would you go?
I'd probably have to say something like the Canary Islands. I love Canary Islands, so probably Gran Canaria.
You're
there's
missing out there. That's the wrong choice. You want to be going to Lanzarote, Playa Blanca, mate.
No,
Absolutely.
I do. I
gorgeous
say I love
place.
those as well. But for me and Lucy stayed at a hotel called, damn it, completely gone now. In Gran Canaria, we just fell in love with that hotel, and we've been back twice. We've been out plenty of times, I'm sure, with the kids, in the future and stuff as well. But I'm gonna have to think of it, but I can't now. But yeah,
You know what?
So
There's so many I want to go to. So I want to do
Yeah.
Jersey again. I want to go back to my dad is based out in Shanghai. And as much as COVID came from China and all that kind of stuff, I do really want to go back to China. I do want to go back to Taiwan. I've got such a soft spot for the country.
yeah,
Hong Kong as well was pretty decent. So basically just cover Asia again.
yeah,
I want to go to America at some point. I don't know when that's going to be, but I would love to go to America. I think it's a fantastic place to go.
yeah, definitely.
It's just got so many things to do,
Oh yeah,
and I don't know how I would get there, but with a car. But I'd absolutely love to do it in my car. Like, I drive. Well, I'm going to put a picture up around about here. It's also known as an Italian MX-5 for those that are a car enthusiast. It's called a Bath 124 Spider, which is what happens if the Italians get hold of a Japanese sports car and go, "We need more exhausts, and we need more pops and bangs, and we need a turbo." And in the end, what you end up is a car that is insatiably loud, even at 30 miles an hour, but it's an amazing thing that fills your heart with joy. It's not the quickest car in the world, never will be the quickest car in the world, but it's something I enjoy. And like today, before I got on the podcast, I was driving back from my local supermarket. It's 1 degree outside, had the heated seats on, and had the roof down. Why?
why
I
not?
don't know. But that's the answer. Why not?
It's
Is it
punk,
pop punk? Have
Definitely.
the roof down in the snow. When it was snowing, it was also snowing, bear in mind.
And
The
the
answer,
heated
of course,
seats
is
Yes.
oh yeah, if you have heated seats. If
It
you
is.
don't have heated seats, you're a fucking nutter.
Only if you're blaring pop punk though. Then it's pop punk.
I
It's all
was
right then.
blaring out my playlist also, which is going to be inserted around about here, ironically named "Is It Pop Punk?"
And the songs on it
And
definitely
on the
are.
songs on it. So the rule of thumb with the playlist is one band, one song. That's it. So
Yeah.
if you had, for me, it's all about, if I look at an artist, I go, what's the one song? I go, that's pop punk from them. And I've got, it's a huge list. We've got everything. Point North, Blink-182, OK Weatherly. We have To Your Break. We have Two Eyes Open. We have Tears of the Fallen Hero, I think their name is.
Yep.
We have the band that you recommended me with something, is it Somewhere Down in Fullerton?
Alistair.
Alistair, fucking great band that is.
Mest. Drawing
Nest,
board.
we have there.
Yep.
On there. We have
Lots of
we
them.
have a fair few. So
Yeah.
the list is getting bigger. What Makes
It
Sense
is.
has also made it on there. Gosh, the band we just had on today, For You the Moon, is also on there as well. There's so many on there, and I just love the fact
There
that the first song on there is With Confidence Voldemort, because what else screams pop punk than that song?
Agreed.
Ah.
Agreed. Very much so agreed. There we go. So I just want to jump on the fact that you know already, we've got some huge bands coming on over the next few weeks. And, oh my God, we're both so excited. So, we've got Make Out coming next week.
That's AJ,
Make Out.
bassist, formerly
AJ
from Sleep
from
On
Make
It.
Out, yes.
Absolutely great guy.
Amazing
and he's
guy.
going to be an amazing chat to have.
Definitely. Then we have, as December falls, the following week.
Oh, what a band. Saw them live with 2 Year Break, and they stole my heart. They stole my heart. Their music is incredible. Their new stuff is even better. I didn't know how well they could progress, but they just have. And I'm going to say this as an unsigned artist, the unsigned band that they are. Excuse me. They are at the point where I would almost say they define the genre. They are that point in for me where I'm putting them up against bigger bands like Stand Atlantic, Yours Truly, against the current, even Paramore. And I'm going, these guys are coming up trumps with their song. They are nostalgic. They are beautiful. They have some great guitar rhythms. And the lead singer, Bethany, I'm going to say it's Bethany, probably forgot that. I think it's Bethany. Actually, it is Bethany. She's incredible. Absolutely 100% the nicest person I've ever met. And her vocals are insane. And I'm so pumped. I think
you liked them, didn't you, Tom? Yeah.
Just a little bit. Anyway, what's the next band, Tim?
So the next band, we have Carousel Kings on.
What a song. Grey Goose. Absolute nostalgia.
It is. And wow, yeah, I love that band so much. That is 100% nostalgia. I mean, I've been listening to that band for years, and in my wildest dreams, never ever thought I would get them on this podcast.
Fucking incredible, right? It's amazing.
I know. I mean, massive thanks to you, Tom, for that, because I think, who were we watching?
We were watching Yours Truly.
Yours Truly.
Does anyone want to come on the podcast?
Well, I wasn't. We were watching Yours Truly on Instagram stories live, and yeah, Carousel Kings were there. I was like, fucking Carousel Kings, fuck it, I'm gonna ask them, do you fancy coming on the podcast and pop us over a message? They actually popped me over a message. I was like, holy shit.
Incredible.
So yeah, so
one of the crazy
so happy for that. And then the last one, we have Settle Your Scores this month as well. Well, no, that'll be going into next month, so early next month.
Well, if we're going into early next month, we've got to mention the two other artists as well.
True.
Two other bands we have coming on as well.
Go on, Tom.
Driveways. What a fucking band. I'm so pumped.
I know.
And when Tim told me, he was like, by the way, I've got this band, they're called Driveways. Have you heard them? And I'm like,
yeah.
Exo Tour Life, Drop Dead, Skeletons. No, surely not. And he was like, yeah, they're only this small. Why are you getting so and I'm like, have you seen their Spotify, man? Have you seen these tracks that they're producing? And he was like, oh damn. And I was like, yeah, oh damn. Look at the Spotify, man.
There you go.
They are huge, and they are, honestly, one of their songs got into my top 20, I think it was, for the year.
Skeletons did. 100% Skeletons
Drop
for me.
Dead, absolutely fucking incredible song.
Yeah.
And then Anson, a freaking guy is blowing up the scene now.
Literally.
Over 350,000 streams on his new album. And some of his tracks are incredible. First discovered his song Suffocating on a Spotify recommended Discover Weekly thing. Discovered Runway when he released his new album. Oh my God, this man is incredible. And I'm looking forward to having him on. It was going to be insane.
There we go. So yeah, we've got some good ones coming up.
And we've got some other bands coming up too. But
we have got lots of other bands. But yes, we'll keep them a secret as well. So there we go. Excellent. Brilliant. So yeah, I say massive thanks for coming on, Tom, but you're here all the time.
Yeah, no worries, mate. It's absolutely fine. Really enjoyed this episode.
Going Australia,
no, thank you for coming on, Tim.
Yeah,
thank
you're
you.
welcome.
We're going to change it up this round.
Here we go. But yeah, absolutely awesome. So catch you later, guys.
Take care. Thank you for listening.
Bye-bye. Thank you for listening to the Punkio podcast with Tim and Tom. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Feel free to like, subscribe, and follow on all streaming platforms.
Check out our social media pages where we'll be posting exclusive content and sneak peeks to future episodes of the podcast. We hope you enjoyed this episode and we look forward to catching you on the next one. Take care.